am currently asking for a ceasefire. I'm asking for a ceasefire between the Somalis and the African Americans.
Black
Please.
Americans.
We got something bigger going on right now. This is a divide and conquer situation happening in Minnesota. Y'all.
Word on the street is that, like, not only are they, on top of the situation when it comes to Somalians and trying to get them out of here, they on Ethiopia's head too. And they trying to move them up out of here. I used to be one of those people that genuinely wanted to see Black Americans have a solidarity with our African diaspora brothers and sisters.
The US needs to keep TPS status for Ethiopian nationals because they genuinely need.
Hi guys, my name is Esther Daniel and you're welcome back to the channel. So some Somalians and Ethiopians, especially in states like Minnesota, are publicly calling for a ceasefire or truce with Black Americans. They are asking for unity and solidarity, saying immigrant communities are being targeted and divided as deportation fears grow under the new Trump administration. These calls are happening after the Department of Homeland Security announced the end of temporary protected status for Ethiopians, giving people a limited time to leave the country. Because of that decision, many Somalians are now worried their protection could be next. At the same time, this conversation is happening alongside renewed attention on large welfare and child nutrition fraud cases in Minnesota, where thousands of millions of dollars were stolen, money meant to feed children. So the debate online is intense. Some people believe unity is necessary right now. Others believe this sudden call for solidarity feels late and convenient. Anyway guys, let's get into the video. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to help the channel out.
I am currently asking for a ceasefire. I'm asking for a ceasefire between the Somalis and the African Americans.
Black
Please.
Americans.
We got something bigger going on right now. This is a divide and conquer situation happening in Minnesota. Y'all know we ride together when situations arise out here.
What situation?
When that George Floyd stuff
Here
happened,
we go.
was out there. Ain't nobody was asking what type of black you was. We all felt that. So I just don't want this ignorant conversation to overshadow what's really happening. Don't give them the upper hand. Why are we acting slow? I'm asking for a ceasefire.
This is so ironic to see Somali people. This is like the second video I saw, first of all, of them referencing George Floyd. We were all together during George Floyd. First of all, everybody and their mother was outside. It was a national thing. Like, it was very clouded. It was very trendy. It was very trendy to be marching and saying Black Lives Matter. There were stores that would have Black Lives Matter signs in the window. A lot of people were standing in solidarity with Black Americans. And at the end of the day, if y'all claim y'all Black, then aren't you marching for yourself? Isn't Black Lives Matter for all of y'all? You see how they separate? It's like they don't even realize that they're doing it. You're separating yourself from us by saying, we was there for you during George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. Aren't you Black too? So wouldn't that also be your plight and your fight too? Wouldn't that also be you standing up for yourself and your community as well? It's because you always other yourself. It's a subconscious thing because you do not see yourself as us. And that's okay. We finally said, okay, we're not the same. I could pull up 50 videos of Somalis saying, we're not Black, we're Somali, and we're Arab. Y'all don't even say y'all African. Y'all don't even say y'all African. Now all of a sudden, don't let the white man divide and conquer. Baby, y'all have already been divided. If you were not divided, then we probably would, the way the numbers, y'all keep talking about numbers and strength in numbers. If other melanated, deeply melanated groups of people that came here did what we actually thought, what our ancestors actually thought was going to happen, if they unified with us, we would literally be running this country. Because there is strength in numbers. But you all have gone against us. You've undermined us. You've constantly talked down on us, belittled us, denigrated us, told us we wasn't shit, called us lazy, said that you were better, and separated yourself. You created your own enclaves. Down there in Minnesota, I saw a video of a Black American man try to go into the mall that you all have, and the Somalis ran him out of there, basically segregated him. It's not even safe for us to walk around freely in you all's neighborhoods. But y'all don't like to talk about that. Y'all don't like to talk about y'all anti-Black Americanness. Y'all don't even claim to be African. But now that it's convenient and y'all just don't want, you know, a dog pile to happen because you all are having a light shown on you. And I'm very grateful for not, you know, for people that don't deserve it. But generally speaking, a lot of the black on black crime, a lot of the statistics, a lot of this narrative that we are all just so inherently crime riddled, welfare queens, baby mamas, just running amok, scamming, frauding. No, I love now that we are actually saying, no, that's the Nigerians. It's the Somalis. Like, because everybody was falling under the black umbrella when it came to doing something bad. When it came to committing crime, fraud, scam, it was just all of us. So it made it look like we all were, black Americans were just terrible. When you all actually added to our crime rates and statistics, you all actually helped to push the negative racial tropes and the negative propaganda and the stereotypes. You all absolutely had a hand in it. You've been in this country since media started to really boom. So it was not always just a black American person out here doing debauchery, pushing the narcotics, and the Jamaicans had a heavy hand in being a pusher man. But it wasn't nobody noticing the difference. And now, since you all have been continuously saying it, everybody's waking up. It's like a mass awakening. So now we see things for what they actually are. Baby, you're a Somali. We ain't all the same. Y'all been maintained that. We are not all the same. And I've seen videos of you all getting up here also saying, we're jealous of you because y'all have nice cars and y'all live in nice houses. I mean, I haven't really been covering this too much because I'm just like, it is what it is. But this is like the second or third video I saw of y'all trying to claim George Floyd as y'all standing in solidarity. Basically, literally, you're standing in our face saying, we're not the same because I was there for you during George Floyd, during Black Lives Matter. Spread love, Mr. Brooklyn Way. What y'all think?
Don't call me.
You're black, right?
I'm not black. I'm Habesha.
What's the difference? You're black.
Listen, don't argue. We don't need explanation. I'm Habesha.
Actually, what?
You are Negro.
That's great. You could be Habesha and Ethiopian now. They just ended the TPS for Ethiopians. They're giving them 2 months to self-deport from December to February. You could also use the CBP1 app. They'll give you a ticket to leave on your own and a couple of $100. You could buy all the raw meat in Ethiopia you want with that $1,000 that they're going to give you. Yeah, you're not black, you're not American, but you could be Habesha in Ethiopia.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Word on the street is that, like, not only are they, you know, on top of the situation when it comes to Somalians and trying to get them out of here, they on Ethiopia's head too, and they trying to move them up out of here. I used to be one of those people that genuinely wanted to see Black Americans have a solidarity with our African diaspora brothers and sisters. I've always wanted that for us. See black and brown people working side by side. Because a lot of people don't know is that at one point in this country, even after the Emancipation Proclamation, he was talking about sending those newly freed slaves away. He wanted to send them out of the country. And many eventually ended up being sent to places like Liberia, the West Indies. Oh yeah, a lot of you all who are from those countries, you're distant family members because many of the people who were here at first, because I need you to know, like they really built that shit up over there in Liberia. And of course, somehow, some way, same thing that happened to every other Black Wall Street across this country, kind of happened to Liberia, systematically. So it's like, I always thought that we would all see that we all kind of have a common enemy. It's not even necessarily white people because they're mixed up just like us. Because, I mean, truth be told, if you really want to know the truth from what I've seen, as far as the movies that I watch, the documentaries that I watch, this is not all of y'all. The European leadership out there, it's really kind of fucked up. It is. They even look different. Like they I don't know. They look different. They got a different look to them. I don't know if it's the cold weather or what. Like if you look at their like They have a different phenotype as American whites, and this is the truth. Fact of the matter is that we all have a common enemy, but we are focusing too much on the race of that common enemy, not on their status. Even when it comes to this whole deportation situation, a lot of us felt like y'all was in the way. I said this in my last video. A lot of y'all came over here with that mindset that, you know what, we don't want to fuck with Black Americans because we were told that they were untrustworthy, that they were thieves, that they were rapists, that they were baby mamas and baby daddies, and they were stupid. Y'all built y'all perception off of what you were told instead of really honestly getting to know us genuinely. This ain't everybody. The ones who know. Y'all built y'all perception off of what you were told because intuitively you were jealous of us. Intuitively you wish that you could have worked it like we worked it despite what our ancestors went through and how hard they had it. Y'all ran. Y'all stood and y'all accepted. Back in the day, Black folks weren't accepting shit. You know how many slave revolts happened in this country? Y'all should have came over here and y'all should have played nice. Y'all didn't piss off the good white folk that we know about. Y'all pissed off the power structure white folks. And they hit different. That's why y'all about to leave. So you should have got along with us. Now you're on your way out. Safe travels.
I have a question for you. If there was a Black community that had stolen over $1 billion from our federal government or our state government, what would happen to them? If people in Oak Cliff, Texas, which is made of mostly of minorities, Black people and Hispanic people, what would happen to them? Do you think that anyone in our government would let them go for decades, stealing from Medicaid and Medicare to the level that we've seen Somalis do it in Minnesota? So for all of the people that are saying this is a racial situation, let me tell you what racism would have done to this. It is no way that they would have let communities steal millions of dollars and billions of dollars in programs that were meant for autistic children, or programs that were meant to feed people when they said they were feeding, 3,000 people a day and they only saw 24. They would not have allowed this to happen if these people were regular Americans, if these were regular African Americans or regular Hispanic Americans. This would not have happened in our United States. But our Democrat Party wants you to believe that this is a racial situation because, that's what they do. Everything is based on race. But let me just say this, from this one Black woman, I have seen people in Dallas and all over Texas go to jail for $35,000 in theft. But the thing that gets me the most about all of this fraud and corruption that's going on in Minnesota is the attitudes of the people involved. The people that live in all of these communities, these Somalis, are now threatening Americans. They're not even telling us that they're going to take over the United States.
As soon as we find out who you are, trust you will be dealt with. Period.
You know what? Russia hasn't done that yet. China hasn't done that yet. You were brought here as refugees from a small country that had almost no money. But you want all Americans to be afraid of a community that has taken and stolen from U.S. taxpayers.
The Somali community has been engaged in massive, endemic, systematic fraud against the American taxpayer for years. We're going to discover ultimately, and we are in the throes right now of a full-throated, all-hands-on-deck federal investigation, is that the scope, scale, size, and sheer magnitude of the fraud eclipses anybody's worst nightmare. Look, according to official government records, 90% of Somali households with children are on federal welfare. The real number is probably 100% because federal records always undercount. So you're talking about a population that has been imported into Minnesota in which virtually every single member of that population is receiving welfare from the federal government. This could very well end up, Laura, being the greatest financial fraud scandal in American history.
And so all of you people that have made comments about it's just racist, really, let me just tell you something. I don't care what race you are. If all of my cousins are stealing from me, I'm going to be mad at my cousins and I'm going to call the police.
The US needs to keep TPS status for Ethiopian nationals because they genuinely need it. And I'm going to give you a couple reasons, yeah? Number one, In Ethiopia, they have multiple different insurgency groups actively operating within multiple regions. For example, in the Tigray region, in the Amhara region, in the Oromia region, they all have different insurgency militia groups actively fighting one another. Second reason, Ethiopia is known for having loads of humanitarian crises, whether that be droughts, food insecurity, or even displacement due to ongoing fighting and conflict. Returning Ethiopian nationals will be harmful for them and put them in immediate danger. Reason number 3, religious persecution. In the Amhara region specifically, Amhara Christians have claimed that they are being targeted and persecuted purely because of their religious belief. So if these claims are true, then that means that sending Christians back to Ethiopia could potentially put them at risk. And this is all made worse with the fact that the Ethiopian government does not have full control of the country and multiple different neighboring countries having conflicts. Now listen, I'm not here to blame the Ethiopian government. A lot of the problems that they're dealing with right now are decades old and they've unfortunately been left in this situation. But that being said, it would not be safe for a lot of the Ethiopian nationals to get sent back to Ethiopia due to famine, war, drought, and instability. This is why they should still have access to temporary protective status.
Hi everyone, I have an important update to share. DHS announced today, December 12, 2025, that they are terminating TPS, temporary protected status, for Ethiopia. They state that the situation in Ethiopia has improved and no longer warrants this designation and that people are able to go back safely. They're allowing 60 days, so starting from December 12, 2025 through February 13, 2026, for you to plan to leave and self-deport. They encourage that you use the CBP1 online system to get a free ticket and a bonus $1,000, and you'll have an opportunity to legally enter the U.S. in the future. But if you overstay beyond February 13, 2026, you might be deported and placed under a permanent ban, meaning you will not be allowed to enter the U.S. again. You'll be in violation of your status. Again, this is a new update. This is the information we have right now. If there is additional information, I'll be sure to share. This is not legal advice. It's public information. I advise that anyone who might be affected by this, if you need legal advice, to reach out to a licensed attorney. Please share this video with those who might be affected by this change.
So Black Americans are not against immigrants. Black Americans are not excited about deportation. Black Americans understand innocent people, kids, parents, workers will be hurt all by this. But unity doesn't work when there is no accountability. For years, many Black Americans tried to build relationships with Somalian and East African communities, and what they were met with over and over was distance. A lot of people openly said, "We are not Black." Some looked down on Black Americans. Some believed stereotypes. Some benefited from civil rights fights but didn't want the relationship. That history didn't disappear. So when people suddenly call for unity now, it doesn't feel genuine. It feels reactive. Then there is Minnesota fraud cases. Nobody forced anybody to steal money meant for children's food. Nobody forced massive fraud that hurts poor families, including Black families. And what really damaged the trust wasn't just the crime, it was the response. No loud apologies, no clear condemnation, no serious internal cleanup, just denial, excuses, and silence. You can't expect solidarity while refusing to address harm. And yes, the innocent Somalian people are absolutely suffering from spillover. That matters, that deserves empathy. But it's also true that a lot of this situation is self-inflicted. You can't spend years distancing yourself from Black Americans, then suddenly expect protection when things go left. Unity is not something you turn on during emergency. If real solidarity is the goal, then it has to start with accountability, humanity, honest apologies, real engagement, not panic alliances. Black Americans are not shared, not a backup plan, not an emergency exit. They are people, and people remember how they were treated. So yeah, deportations are serious. Yes, innocent people deserves compassion, but unity without accountability isn't unity. It is fear. And fear alone won't fix what years of distance already broke. Anyway, guys, these are just my opinion and I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to help the channel out. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.